Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we got some funny and interesting news here for Dokkan. Global Dokkan specifically. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but anytime we are talking about Dokkan and global Dokkan specifically, always a lot of interesting things going on. A lot of real spooky things. So global revealed who the Part 2 LR is going to be, and it's the Ginyu Force. Now, I would say this is expected, that the Ginyu Force is going to be the LR that's dropping here, and the reason it's kind of expected is that it is interesting. Like, the first form Frieza celebration had, like, kind of like, you know, things pertaining to kind of like his celebration and kind of like the theme and stuff like that. And then part 2 of Toppo's celebration seemingly has a lot of stuff that does kind of like tie in with the Ginyu Force and Frieza, right? So it's like, it does make sense when speaking about global that they would have gone Frieza, because Frieza's in the time slot that historically for global does show up at the start of June, and historically the April LR does show up in June for global. So really, first form Frieza and Ginyu, it's the status quo. It's the same thing we get every year, where the start of March Dokkan Fest is the start of June Dokkan Fest for global, and the middle of April LR is the middle of June LR for global, right? But this year, with the sync coming, it doesn't really make a ton of sense. And, I mean, I want to go a step further. So the LR Ginyu Force, they're a very good character, right? Like, they're a very strong unit. They're capable of helping out a specific team, though, is the thing here about the LR Ginyu Force, is that they are designed exclusively around buffing the special pose category team. So, the thing about the special pose team, if we take a look at it, here are the leaders. Now, I guess global players could use INT Gotenks. Damn, so it's kind of like use double INT Gotenks, huh? But, I mean, Toppo is 1,000 times better than Gotenks. Like, it's not even close. Like, Toppo is, like, way above that Kefla Gotenks level. Again, it's not even close. So, it's like having double Gotenks as a leader, I mean, that's definitely going to be very kind of, like, tough. But then, like, a lot of these characters, so I've got the JP lists right here. So, Super Vegeta was the last character for the Saiyan Day celebration, right? And then, obviously, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the start of that Golden Week Buu Saga celebration. So, Toppo to Gotenks were characters released during his celebration. I mean, this Goku was April Fool's Day, so he doesn't really count. So that's what we have to work with here. Now, at Toppo, Catapesla is not really that impressive, I don't think, so it doesn't really matter too much. INT Gotenks is on global, and then the rest of them are not really going to be. Now, the Toppo and Pride Troopers can be very good, but that's pretty much only next to Toppo. Physical Ribrian can also be very good, but I wouldn't really say so on the special pose team itself, because, I mean, you could run her, but she's only creating rainbow orbs, which is when she gets rainbow orbs where she's really crazy. She's only doing that if you have another 2 Peppy Gal characters on the team. You could have one that's really good in LR Ribrian, Rosie, and Kakunsa, but then that's it. Like, you don't have another one, and so she's not going to be creating rainbow orbs. Now, if we were on JP, Toppo does create rainbow orbs, but again, we're talking more about global. So global is going to have a significantly weaker team, including, you know, having to use INT Gotenks as your leader. Because again, let's look at this. So in order for their intro to activate, which literally is you must, you need 5 special pose category characters. So they give you room to do 1 non-special pose character. Then the Ginyu Force gets 3 key 150% stats, guaranteed additional super, and then here, you get 25% attack and defense right there. It's just so big. Right, yeah, a lot of their intro buffs are actually kind of permanent. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. This is going to look a lot better for this. So, with their intro, they get these buffs right here. This is permanent. The guaranteed additional super, and then the stats. And then for the first 3 turns, they give all allies 25% attack and defense, right? Then you get down to this right here. So they guard and are super effective against all types if all allies are special pose, right? And then down here, they're going to get damage reduction and crit per special pose ally in the team. And then their support right here is only for special pose category characters. So very quick, you could see that you are locked in to using pretty much just exclusively a special pose team if you do want to use this LR Ginyu character. That's it. Like, if you're using them, you have got to do special pose, and that's where things are kind of just going to become a major issue, right, for global. And it really is 2024. Dude, like, this is the best year in Dokkan history so far, easily. Like, it's not close. There is no comparison. No year to Dokkan is even close to this on JP. But it creates, like, everything about the game feels so weird, and there's this giant chasm right now because global is in, like, this weird limbo state right before they're about to get to the sync. And it's just like, I don't know what to say. Like, the good thing is, I have been saying across a lot of videos that my expectation, unfortunately, is that the rest of the year is going to completely suck. The rest of the year is going to be terrible. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be ass for the rest of the year, unfortunately, for global. I think there's a very good chance that global JP is about to get the Tanabata Dokkan Fest LR UI sign Goku. And then I think, like, again, Amatsu's going to walk on stage in August and be like, all right, guys, congratulations. We are now synced. And it's like, well, you know, where's this UI Goku? Where is this character? Where's that character? A bunch of characters are probably not going to actually be on global. And even though the sync has happened now, finally we know it's happened, there's still going to be missing characters is what I'm expecting to have happen. So I think until 2025 begins, I think by the time we get to 2025, all the events will be there. Every unit that's ever released on JP that I guess they can give out, right, will be there. Maybe like the physical base teen Heroes Gotenks, you know, he's never going to come back or something like that. But, like, you know, all these summonable characters and stuff like that will be on both versions. But I think the rest of the year is kind of going to be a bit weird. Now, there's more news they dropped last night, which really they just didn't, you know, like I don't know if they planned out the sync or what. It just feels like they're just kind of like making shit up, like kind of like every day. But that's not the case, right? Like, it's not like this stuff is planned months and months and months ahead of time. But they did this. So they announced Super Easy A Goku Black. Now, another thing I've been saying in a lot of these videos is I think that they were going to tie the Super Easy A to an LR. So there's 2 yellow coin LRs that are kind of in limbo on global, and there's 2 Super Easy A characters in limbo on global. I figured they would tie Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks to Ginyu, and they would put this Goku Black along with whatever Part 2 LR JP just got, which turns out to be Cell Max. Cell Max and this Goku Black, you know, make for decent partners. So it makes a ton of damn sense. Like, okay, like Goku Black will come out with, you know, Cell Max, and Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks will come out with Ginyu. Because Cell Max is a Super Boss character, which Cell Max needs. Cell Max has the target protector mechanic to help out Goku Black. And then Gotenks is, you know, a special pose character, which this Ginyu Force needs. But that's not what they did. They decided we're going to drop the LR Ginyu Force that specifically needs special pose characters. And then we're going to drop the Super Bosses Super Easy A. So it just feels very shitty. Now, I don't need to tell you guys don't summon. I would have to imagine 99% of you guys are actually, like, really going to play this smart. Like, I know there's many people out there where it's like, I have 5 stones, time to gamble, time to summon. Let's go. We have 5 stones, it's summoning time, baby. Look at this. Do you guys need me to tell you not to summon? Do you, like, I don't actually have to sit here and go, don't summon, right? Yeah, you can't summon. I don't care what they do. What type of discounts, you can't summon on this. The LR Ginyu Force, I think they're very good. They're a nice designed character, and it's really good if like the exact carbon copy of them would drop on many teams. That would be a really good thing. But ask yourself, are you going to be running special pose? Because the Ginyu Force, you can only run them on special pose. So, yeah, I don't, like, I mean, I know people might say, oh, but AGL Ginyu's revived. No, he sucks, actually. He's terrible. Like, it's not 2022 anymore. So, you can't summon on this. This should be looked at as a very easy skip for global players. And now, you know, all stones can go towards Carnival Gogeta, Dokkan Festellar Broly, Dokkan Festellar Beast, and Carnival Gamma 1 and 2. I think that's best bet with stones. So, yep, Global Dokkan is getting LR Ginyu, which is in the running for one of the worst releases ever on Global, because it's like, are you running double INT Gotenks? Like, that's, I guess, what you're going to have to do. I don't know. Very, very, very bizarre shit.